Okay, welcome to the Photoshop tutorial for creating a magazine cover. To get started, go to File, New. We'll call the project Magazine Cover. On your presets, choose International Paper and then make sure that your size is A4. Okay, and that's what you should get. The next thing you need to do is open up all the images that you want to put on the cover. I've already opened mine and they're all running along the top of the toolbar. But what you will do is go to File, Open, select the images that you need and hit Open. So once you've got them all up here, we'll start. Lion is our main image, so what we need to do is select the second icon from the top, which is your rectangle tool, select the whole image, and then go Edit, Copy, go across to your magazine cover, Edit, Paste, and then Edit, Transform, and you want to choose Scale, and that'll allow you to move your image and to resize it however you like. When you're resizing it, hold down the Shift key when you're pulling from the corners, and that'll stop your image from distorting. So I'm going to put mine about there. Once you're happy with it, click back onto your arrow tool. It'll ask you if you want to apply the transformation, and you want to apply. There we go. Now you'll notice on the right hand side down here, every time you import an image or any time you create a text box, it'll put it on a new layer all by itself, which is really good for editing. It's also a really good idea to name your layers as you go so that you know what you're dealing with. So just double click on the layer and we'll call this one Lion, enter, there we go. So the next image that we'll bring in is the barcode. Same thing, rectangle tool, select your image, edit, copy, back to your magazine, edit, paste, and it's very small but that's okay. What you want to do now is edit, transform, scale. We'll make it a bit bigger. Now I want to put it down in this bottom left hand corner and I want it to be on an angle. I want it to be vertical. So what we can do is go edit, transform. Instead of choosing scale, choose rotate. And then up here next to this triangle, put in 90. And that'll automatically flip it around 90 degrees. And then you want to apply the transformation. And then we can just hit edit, free transform. And then you can drag it. Oh, that didn't work. Yeah, drag it to where it needs to be. Okay, I'll close that one because I don't need it anymore. So let's bring in the zebra. Same thing, select your image, edit, copy, edit, paste, edit, transform, scale. And the zebra's going down in this right hand corner. We'll just pop back to our layers while I remember. Double click in that one, we'll call it barcode. And this one will be zebra. Okay. Whale, same thing. Copy. Paste. Transform and scale. Move that down. call that layer whale. Last one. Apply. And we'll call that one dolphin. So now if I want to shuffle my whale image along a little bit and the zebra, I'll just highlight the layer that the whale is on, and then I can go Edit, Transform, Scale if I want to resize it. If I just want to move it, you can just go Free Transform, and that'll allow you to move it wherever you like. I might actually do that. Shuffle it along. Same with the zebra. Now a good tool to have open is your history tool. If you go to Window, History, this keeps a running tally of everything that you've done. So if you need to delete, highlight whatever your most recent action was and just press the rubbish bin, and it'll ask you if you want to delete it, and you can delete back as far as you need to. If you just go Control Z, it'll only let you delete your most recent action, and that's it. Okay, now we'll put some text in. First thing we'll put in is the price down here. Oh, whoops. So grab your text tool. Took a while. Drag out a rectangle for your text. And our pretend price is going to be $9.95. Highlight your text, and then up along here you can change your font and your sizes. I'm going to make mine Vedana, where it is, there. If you want to do more things with your text, like you want to make it bold or italics, go to Window, Character, and that brings this up, and then you can choose. I want to make mine bold, for example. You can also change your colors here, or you can change them up there. I'm happy with black for this one, but I am going to center it, which is this one. And I can drag it down here. Now I want this in the same vertical as the barcode. So just get your text box again, edit, transform, rotate 90 degrees, and then you can move it wherever you want it. Ooh. I think I better make my dolphin a bit bigger. So you see, every time I go in to change one of my pictures, I just have to highlight the layer that it's sitting on, and I'll only be able to change that particular element that lives on that layer. Okay, let's put some more text in. Let's put the heading in. So select your text tool again, drag a big rectangle, and I'm going to call it in capitals, Animal Planet. Make it nice and big. And it's centered, yes. Okay, I'm going to apply a drop shadow to the heading. So come down here. This is the layer that we're working on with the text, and you'll know that because it's got a T, and once we're finished working on it, it'll actually be called Animal Planet. Like that. So highlight your layer, go to this FX, and select Drop Shadow. And from there, make these settings 60, 23, and about 10. Okay. And then we need to change the color of the main font to white. Here we go. So that just makes it jump off the page a bit more. Okay, let's put we'll put our main headline in it, and then a couple of subheadings. So, text tool, main headline's going to go here, and I'm going to call it On Safari with Africa's Wildlife Warriors. Too big. Let's drop that down to about 20. Okay, so you can expand your text box a little bit if you want to change the shape. Here we go. I want On Safari with Africa's all on one line. Okay, I'm going to make this font here Myriad Pro. And I want to make this just for something different. I want to make it Stencil. Stencil Standard. Okay. And just to make it stand out a bit more, I'm going to change the color of this as well. So I'm going to make it quite a bright green. And you can see that the text actually changes as you're selecting your color, so you can get a preview of what it's going to look like. Go OK once you're happy with it. And then you can just drag it around the page to where you want it. Okay, next one. Creatures of the Deep. I'm going to change this back to Verdana. maybe I'm going to left align it. I'll change it back to white so that we can read it. And we're going to add an effect to this one as well. So if you click away from the text, you'll see that your layer changes again to whatever the text actually says. Go back to effects, and this time we're going to choose stroke. Where it says size, make it about 13. And then on the color here, you see down in the preview that it actually puts the black around the outside of the white font. I'm just going to change mine slightly and make it a really dark blue. And then again, you can just pull it using your arrow tool to wherever on the page you want it to be. Last bit of text. Top 10 world's most deadly animals. I want top 10 to stand out, so I might make that 24. And now I want to edit this and just make the word deadly red. And there we go. So you can fiddle around with your images. It might take a little bit of practice with the resizing to get all your 3 images down the bottom to look even. Once you're happy with it, make sure you save it as a Photoshop file. So we can go save as, magazine cover.psd, that's Photoshop file, save. And it looks like it's having some problems with thinking about it. But basically that's the end of the tutorial anyway, so it should save with no problems. And then you know your work's secure. Oh, there we go, it has saved. Okay, since it's cooperating, the other thing you can do, once you've saved it as a Photoshop file, you can also save it as a JPEG. So same thing, File, Save As, but in the drop down for the format, just scroll down to JPEG and save it as one of those as well. And there we have it, magazine cover.